So to catch you all up on what's going on in the world of the game, Ellsworth Wickman, the controversial filmmaker, has been arrested on charges of being an unregistered agent of Russia. Was Ellsworth Wickman really spying for the Russians? We may never know. The game that students are playing this semester is called Acceleration. It's an immersive exercise that has students in the role of different world actors.
Everyone in the class is assigned to one of 5 teams. So it's Russia, Google, the United States, Germany, and California.
Each team is given strategic objectives, and all the moves that we submit each week all feed into a master news feed. And so each week when we submit a move, it impacts the gameplay for the next week.
The game is not only, incredibly realistic and seeped in the modern world, but they also, interestingly, really duplicate the messiness of the information environment in which all of us are operating. Not only are we talking about great power competition, domestic issues, international crises like migration or natural disasters, so forcing students to grapple with all the complexities of the modern world make it an incredibly rich experience for them.
The purpose of this research project is really to study the effectiveness of this course in particular, but also really using this idea of simulation and war games to teach national security. I think there's something really interesting to this idea of simulation, and there's a lot of research out there on experiential learning, and of course we can't actually put learners in national security situations. And so the use of a simulation is a really interesting alternative because it gives that experiential learning opportunity in a way that is ethically sound.
It's oftentimes very easy when you walk into most classes to just listen and absorb, but then in this class you really have to actually produce a lot of the knowledge sharing and the wisdom, and that's really hard because it takes a lot of research and a lot of very thorough analysis, but I think that it's helpful to structure your mind in a way that's very realistic to how the real world is when you're in these positions of decision making.
It's very different than other classes where like you were sitting in lectures. This one is very, very interactive. And I think you learn unique lessons from this class that you might not get the opportunity to do in other classes because it gives you a lens of the challenges of different policymakers have to face in the real world.
So in our process of evaluating and assessing the effectiveness of the course, we did actually see a statistically significant increase in knowledge on national security, and 87% of students in the first course iteration we studied indicated at least some positive effect on personal development. So for instance, confidence in negotiation or teamwork skills, which was really exciting to be able to see. If you're doing something and not understanding if it's effective or how it could be more effective, then that's a real missed opportunity. We can't improve unless we know how to improve, and so this lens of evidence-based practice, data-informed decision-making is just really important for, honestly, everything we're doing.